Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Chippa in the third person. On my way to work on this semi-overcast, tad bit rainy 20th? 21st? Man, my brain's shutting off. 21st of June 2019. It's a Friday. Last night, I was asked by my good friends over at Geeks with Shields to be part of their patron hangout, which I've done before, but this time they wanted me to know if I wanted to run Right Quote Wrong Movie. A good chance to run it with a group of people, play test it, try it out, see how the flow works, see if people of various movie sensibilities and whatnot would still enjoy it. We had Axel and Ulrich, the two hosts, Slagathor, producer, Ulrich's wife, Krug, and Corbin, and myself, and we went around, in order, did it over Discord, and I gotta say, it was a resounding success. It was as fun as sitting around with friends I've known forever. I've only known these guys for a short period of time, and we're doing it remotely. But it was as fun as playing Cards Against Humanity with my own friends. And that's exactly what I was going for with this game. So that's really, really, really good feeling for me. I have plans for it. I don't want to go into too much detail in case stuff doesn't happen, but I'm trying to get the main game. It's at about 300 quotes right now. I'm trying to get the main game up to about 500. We'll hopefully get there soon. There were some good comments from the folks on there of some films and genres I had left out, so we're going to get feedback from that. And I have, aspirations for expansion packs in the future. We can do television, we can do specific TV shows like The Simpsons that have been on forever. Things like that, just to add to the right quote, wrong whatever. You know what I mean? Right quote, wrong TV, or wrong TV show could just be a full-on expansion that you could play separate or work in. We could do like an MCU specific pack, a horror specific pack. Who knows? So more on that as it comes, but I'm really, really excited. Really excited. So, Right Quote Wrong Movie, hopefully coming soon. Maybe it's something you'll be able to play, whether it's, I release a PDF where you can make your own and sell it on my Patreon, or sell it somewhere else, or Etsy maybe, or whether I am able to kickstart it or turn it into a legit board game, somehow get a actual board game company like so many of the ones that I've become friendly with from PAX East, possibly. So we'll see. So what else is going on? Work. Really looking forward to Midsummer coming out. As soon as I'm able to buy a ticket for that for opening day, I'm doing it, because I absolutely have to friggin' see that movie. Hereditary was one of my favorites of last year, and I think it was last year, right? And just can't friggin' wait for it. I'm hearing that Child's Play might not be as much of a disaster as we may have thought. I was talking to my brother a little bit about it, and he said, it's actually pretty well made, well shot, good effects, little horror flick. He said the biggest problem it has is that it's Chucky. He said not that Chucky is badly done, but we've already seen that. Like, the story could very well be something new, maybe an antithesis or an alternate timeline, or maybe in the same timeline, and then Chucky and Buddy can team up in future movies. Who knows? But it's good to hear that at least the look of the trailer, which I felt gave, a good old-fashioned, 80s style, lots of animatronic effects, horror flick, seems to be what they made. So I'm excited to see it. We'll see. Toy Story 4 also comes out today. Again, we've talked about The Crow to me before. That thing's getting insanely good reviews. So I can't wait to see that. And then we've got Spider-Man Far From Home, which I talked about yesterday. Oh, the Spider-Man reveal ended up being kind of a not uneventful, but not really exciting for me, but I bet it'll be good. Team up between J.J. Abrams and I think his son on doing a Spider-Man run. So that's cool as a comic. It's not necessarily the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4 tie-in that I think at least my brother and I may have been expecting, or hoped for. I'd say there's less expectation and more hope. But, it is what it is. What else do we got coming? Pixar announced Soul from Pete Docter, which I haven't read a ton into. There isn't a ton to read into, but it's cool to get excited about an original property again within Pixar. So let's hope we get more things like that, and that it looks as good as it seems like it's going to look just from the description. I reviewed The Seventh Curse. That should be coming out today or tomorrow for the 2 Cent Cinema, which Brendan Foley and the folks over at Synapse, it's a column they put out. The Seventh Curse is this bonkers ass 1980s Hong Kong cinema fever dream, which makes little to no sense scene to scene. It just seems like they threw everything but the kitchen sink of kind of movie they were trying to do. I describe it in my review as if Temple of Doom and Big Trouble in Little China went on a peyote binge and became one film, and early Sam Raimi or Peter Jackson was at the helm to just make the gore and the ridiculousness as gory and ridiculous as possible. Someone else from, I think it was Brendan, described it as, you can see this on Twitter, as all of that stuff you hear about from like a really cool 80s horror movie that your friend caught on TV and you got to see, but only ends up being like a 10-minute segment of a 90-minute movie. That's all of those scenes together for 80 minutes. And that is a really good way to describe it. It's just insane. It's from the director who would later make The Story of Ricky O. I don't know if folks listening to this are familiar with Ricky O, but Ricky O is absolutely freaking bug nuts insane as well. It has some of the most over-the-top scenes of gore and ridiculous human strength I've ever seen in a movie. Particularly, though, the scene where a guy gets a wood planer taken to him is yikes. But Story of Ricky's a freaking blast. I would say if you're wondering, like, a movie that I'm not sure, like I said, the early Peter Jackson and Sam Raimi definitely take some leads from this cinema. Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino in their sillier outings, particularly Planet Terror for Rodriguez, ties in a lot to the type of films that this director was making. But I really can't wait for that column to come out and for you guys to hear my thoughts or read my thoughts. And check out The Seventh Curse. It's on Amazon Prime. And this has been the Chippa. And until next time, I'll see you on the other side.